In the following presentation, you will see 8 good qualities, 8 stressors, and 8 stress behaviors of the Enneagram type. Mark with a tick which apply to you. The Enneagram Type 2. 2s are giving people. They are warm, they're gentle and kind-hearted, and they move towards people in affection. 2s are also loving people, and they give of themselves to relationships that are meaningful to them. They're also pleasant and helpful people who are dedicated and devoted to those they love and care about. 2s are often the most responsive people to meet your physical needs. They even may know what you need before you know it yourself. They're tuned to other people, and if you break down crying, 2s will probably be the first to hand you a tissue and hold a mirror up so you can stop the mascara dripping down your face. 2s are your friend you can always count on, and they intuitively can sense if you're hungry or tired or just want to rest. 2s are helpful people. They genuinely want to be of service and rescue those who are in distress. They're able to quickly step in and save those in need. For example, a fireman who's called to rescue a cat stuck up a tree. In organizations, 2s know how everything is run, but from behind the scenes, supporting the front person. CEOs just can't do without them because they know where everything is and the roles that everyone in the organization plays. They are the glue that helps the company run smoothly. Along with 4s, 2 is now in the heart center. We're moving from the body center to the heart center. So 2s as part of the heart center are the romantics of the Enneagram. And they often have a classical view of romance. So boy meets girl, he sweeps her off their feet, and they fall madly in love. Romance can also come from everyday interactions, and if not, there are just plenty of romance novels or movies which can help evoke fresh emotions of love. On the other hand, 2s are repulsed by cruelty and don't like to watch violent programs or horror movies on TV. 2s are empathetic. They intuitively know what others are feeling, what they need, and what they want. If you've fallen over and hurt your leg, they instinctively know how to take care of you. 2s know what to say or do, and they know how to make you feel comfortable. They're compassionate, and for them, it's better to give than to receive. 2s are people who are gifted at connecting with others. They love making new connections with people, and they also thrive on connecting people who don't know each other together. At a social event, what a 2 looks forward to will be all the good connections that they could be making and all the interesting people they could meet there. 2s are likable people who instinctively know how to please others. They can sense just how different people are, and they know exactly what individuals need. And they have the intuitive ability to act in a way that can cheer someone up, or say something nice that can warm someone's heart. 2s are most sensitive to relationships though, and they enjoy being close to someone, whether it is as a special friend or partner. They know how to build people up, nurture them, and bring out their strengths. 2s spend a considerable amount of time on relationships, whether it is with their family or old friends, or investing in their time and energy in cultivating new friendships. And they have the most positive outlook out of the 3 heart types or 3 feeling types. So what stresses a type 2 out? 2s are overburdened by needing to meet everyone else's needs. 2s believe if they're not kind and giving, they will not be loved. Their heart is the center of intelligence, and all information is interpreted through their heart. Like with the other heart types, they are emotionally in tune to the feelings on the room. Yours type 2, how people are feeling, they would know. They have an intuitive sense of picking up on that. So when the world of the 2 is not as it should be, here are some of the thoughts and beliefs that can pop into the mind of a 2 and cause them stress. I'm not needed. I have to keep caring and giving to others. I have to save you. I can't be separate from you. Others' needs must be met before mine. I must be indispensable. I must make you happy. After all I've done, I'm not appreciated. So here's some of the type 2 stress behaviors. Mark with a tick which one applies to you. 2 start to overgive and go overboard in helping others, giving them things they don't need. 2s feel proud of being indispensable, and they offer to do extra work and juggle many tasks. 2s feel they must be hug, warm, and love other people first, and make sure their needs are all met before meeting their own. But they end up devaluing themselves and hoping just for a small amount of attention from those they are helping. As a result, 2s become spent and worn out. They are not aware, they lose themselves in giving to others. They volunteer to help others in their projects, listen to them, and help them with chores. In return, they may expect excessive appreciation and help for their actions, and become resentful when they don't receive the kind of love they want, becoming a martyr. 2s have a general tendency to move towards others and help them. They are not aware of their own limits or their needs, and they say yes to helping others. In doing so, their own needs are repressed and denied. They want the last slice of cake, but will save it and give it to you instead. They need to have something to give you in exchange for your love. Because of all the 2 has done for others, they can act entitled and proud of their privileged position. They fantasize about being loved and admired like a prince or princess. But when they aren't treated well, they may throw a tantrum or sulk. 2s have the ability to adapt into whoever the other person would like or love. They can change into that person like a chameleon. As a result, they do not necessarily know who they are deep down. They have fooled both others and themselves. This confusion can damage a relationship, as if for there to be a healthy relationship, their real self needs to emerge. 2s flatter people in order to be liked and approved of by them. When their attention is on others, their own uniqueness does not shine through. They are not in touch with how they genuinely feel about the person, and get caught in relationships where the need of approval of the other person affects their words and actions. 2s seduce others through charm and generosity, or appearing childlike. They don't know what they need, so they can't state it directly. Instead, they hope the other will meet their needs. They promise whatever they need to promise to someone to get their attention. But once they've captivated someone, they may not necessarily follow through on their commitments. 2s are drawn to relationships with people who feel they can fix. They often enable others, which allows the other person not to take responsibility for their actions or shortcomings. They pick up their poop after them. 2s are often caught in codependent relationships where addictive or destructive behavior is overlooked. So these are the type 2 stress behaviors. So here's how you interpret your Enneagram test results. For each of the good qualities, stresses, and stress behaviors, you should have a score of 0 to 8. Take your stresses score and divide it by 2, and add it to your good qualities and stress behavior score for a total of 0 to 20. A result of 12 or more means you identify strongly with the Enneagram type. It could be either your core type, your wing, or you could be connected to the type by a line.